honestly, it's so uncomfortable. I honestly feel like these jeans are ripping between my labia.
Oh gosh.
I think it's where I've got my legs crossed, but I don't want to open them because...
Plunge.
No, it's just very unladylike, and I'm a lady.
Anyway, before we go anywhere further, you've got to tell me about the guy that got his, caught in a cock cage and the whole butt plug thing.
Oh, my client from last week.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what's he talking about there? Yeah. So I have a client that comes and sees me every couple of months. He's really nice. We have great banter, which is really good for this story because had we not had banter, this could have gone awfully wrong. It was pretty chaotic.
Like a dodgy episode of ER or Casualty.
Oh yeah, 100%. We were on a fast track to hospital at one point, and we had to stop laughing because it was actually a really serious matter.
Okay, so describe it. What's going on in this scenario here?
Well, let me tell you the situation first. So he's a client that comes and sees me every couple of months. He's a right filth bag, and we get on really, really well. He likes our cuck stuff. If you don't know what cuck means, Google it. No jokes. Google it. It will come up with some impressive things. So the best way to describe cucks is in the hotel room, there's always that random chair in the corner of the room.
Yes.
And you're always like, oh, I'll just put my bag here. Or actually, you can put a person there, and that person will watch you do stuff with your partner, or it could be your partner watching you do stuff with someone else. And they're called cucks. And they're normally there for watching, to be a voyeur, to do the start-up, a bit of fluffing, helping you get ready, put your lingerie on for your date, things like that. And it's not just exclusive for men, it's women as well. And then they can help you... What, cuck queens?
Cuck queen.
Yeah, you can be a cuck queen or a cuckoldress. A cuckoldress.
Seems like a bit of a mouthful, that one, doesn't it?
It does sound like a bird call. Cuckold.
Okay.
And yeah, they can help you obviously clean up the mess afterwards, which is what they like. But yeah, it's just someone that
I know what you mean without you saying it.
Someone that likes to observe couples or their partner having sex with someone else or watching someone have sex. So there we go. Anyway, he's one of my cucks and he enjoys what we do sometimes. You don't know I'm filming you. Haha, he does really. And we got to the end of the session and he wears a chastity cage and he was in a mad dash to come down here because he has to travel like 2-3 hours away. Mm-hmm. And he grabbed the first pair of keys that he assumed were the keys for his cock cage. Yeah. Now, silly boy who has lots of chastity cages should have known that generally you only get like a set of keys for that lock. Some of them you can use other keys for other locks. He'd bought the wrong he'd bought the wrong fucking keys for his cock cage. And his cock cage was like a button. It was tiny. So it wasn't like it was just going to flip off. I know
the ones you mean. They look like an elevator pusher button.
Yeah, sort of. It was a little bit
nubby.
It was a little bit bigger than a button, but not really that much.
Yeah.
Good thing he's into small penis humiliation because there wasn't a lot
does that mean he'd be jerking off whilst listening to this?
Oh, God. I hope so. Send me a tip. Anyway, this guy has got massive testicles and not a lot of cock. And it was time to unlock him because the session was coming to an end. He had to go to a festival with his wife. And
straight after the session he was going to a festival with his wife. Yeah, it was a
Friday afternoon. He'd finished off, clocked off he goes. So anyway.
Oof.
I know. So I go to unlock it and I'm like, it's not unlocking, it's stuck. It's like the key was going in and it wasn't turning. Mm-hmm. And he was like, oh my God. And I was like, what are you oh my Godding about? Is it just stuck or something? Let me try another key. And then I'm having to root around the dungeon, all my chastity cages, and trying all these keys because he could slip his...
Oh, just hoping something else fitted in.
Yeah, so he could slip his cock out. So he's just got his little cock hanging off the top of his cage.
Yeah.
But he's got these massive fucking pendulous balls. And we're like... How are we going to get these balls out of this metal chastity cage? Because there's a ring and it prevents your balls from slipping out.
Oh,
so the cock's free.
And I'm assuming you couldn't make the quick journey home.
No, it's like a 3-hour trip. How would he explain it?
Yeah.
And all whilst this is going on, he's got a giant butt plug. I mean, it's huge.
How giant?
Like the size of this. It's a big ass butt plug.
What are we talking? Like Coke can?
Yeah, like the flask that you've got over there. It's like...
What?
Yeah, it's huge. He is an anal slut. Yeah, it's big. It's really big. It's like the size of a fist. We'd just done like 2 hours of anal fisting, okay? God. So at this point, it was a big always wear gloves.
I suppose he's always got somewhere to put his thermos if he goes hiking.
Exactly. I think that would be very uncomfortable. Not a lot of hiking. Anyway, so in this commotion, while he's panicking about like, oh my God, how am I going to get my balls out of my cage? He discovers that the butt plug has sucked into his anus.
Oh, man.
And it's stuck. And we're just laughing, but at the same time, slightly panicking. And I'm like, you're going to have to like, I don't know, crap it out. And he's there doing squats. I'm trying to get his balls flat enough to try and poke them through the hole because he can't go to the festival.
You were doing what?
Trying to poke his, like, flatten his balls.
Or like push his nut through the... through the cage.
And it's like this. It's like a tiny, tiny little gap. And in the end, I had to resort to getting baby oil, like sort of making them cold, going like that, like a pancake, and then just grabbing the skin and then squeezing the testicles through. And finally, we managed to get his testicles out. But at the same time he's doing that, he's slightly panicked because his butt plug, this huge butt plug stuck in his ass. So he's squatting and he's shitting out this butt plug whilst I'm pulling on his ball skin, trying to get these eggs. And thankfully, we got it out, and it was great.
I can't think of anything worse going on in my day than that whole scenario. I would just quit. I'd
the best
move.
thing about this was, after all this happened, he went, "Do you mind if I finish?" And I was like,
Finish
"Oh
what?
yeah."
Finish what?
I mean, like ejaculate. Can he finish?
What?
Can he finish for me? After all this commotion, most people would have been like, "I'm going to call it a day." Thank God. He was like, "Do you mind if we finish?" And I was like, my man, if you feel like you can, then we're going to give it a go. And lo and behold, he did finish. Excellent.
What
cleaned
a champion.
Up. I know. What a professional.
Crikey.
But there was a moment where we were both like, we were laughing and we were like rolling around on the floor giggling. But there was a moment that we were like, this could be A&E.
This is incredible. That's quite the story.
It was such a big butt plug. And it had such a big, like... The bottom part of it is always got to be bigger than the butt plug because otherwise it does suck
the base.
in. The base, yeah, because with those little jeweled ones that you get on like Etsy and Amazon that look really pretty in your bumhole, they slide right up there. I've had many disappear up there before because the base isn't big enough.
Yeah.
So whilst they're pretty, they're really dangerous. You will get them. Am I talking into it?
Yeah, you're getting closer and closer to it.
Getting my practice sound. What? Yeah. And those will get stuck in you and they're terrible to try and fish out as well, which I've done in the past. So it was really good that we had a really good connection and he trusted me and we had a lot of banter because it did make it a lot easier when he was squatting and crapping out his butt plug.
What are you doing during this? Whilst all this is going on, what's like going through your mind?
I'm just laughing and then I'm like, oh dear. Am I going to have to fish it out? Is he going to get it out?
Fish it out how?
With my
like an inquisitive meerkat.
Like this. With the two fingers. And then you got to... But it was such a big one. Like, you just wrap your fingers around and then just pull. But the ass is so powerful and has so many muscles in it that it just naturally sucks stuff in there. Like, if you're fisting, your hand will sometimes get sucked right into there.
Oh, like quicksand.
Yeah, sort of like that. At first, it's like, it's not going to go in.
Never saw that in Indiana Jones, did you?
No.
Never saw him doing that.
No.
Would have been good practice.
Very good practice. So yeah, that was that. But he managed to make it to his festival, and yeah, he's okay.
Wow.
He owes me dinner, by the way. If you're listening, you owe me some dinner.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, or at least a high five.
Lesson to be learned here. Please ensure that when you put your chastity on, you check your keys and you check it works, because otherwise it is a trip to A&E or you have to get a saw or something. It's just
also,
end.
Next time, should you get stuck in your cage, take your butt plug out like immediately. And then try and force the testicles out.
It was just the fact that he didn't even realise it'd gone in there. He was just so numb in the bum. He didn't realise.
Sorry?
It took a good,
How could you not realise that?
Well, because he's been at it. We've been at it for like a couple of hours. I guess it was all just a bit...
I've got shivers up and down my back.
I was just washing up in the end of it. I had 2 hands in there, just with my rubber gloves on, washing up. I actually used washing up gloves in the end. It was hilarious. I know. I love my life.
So I haven't linked up the thing to play the intro. So in edit, you need to do the intro now. Intro, and then we'll just talk amongst ourselves for a second.
Welcome, ladies and perverts, to the My Wife is a Dominatrix podcast. Coming to you from a dimly lit dungeon somewhere in the UK with your hosts, Dan Vandal and his very demanding wife, MP, a real-life dick-punching dominatrix.
Right, so what have you been up to this week then?
What have I been? Well, minus that. What a bloody week. So we went to BBB Underland.
Oh, we did.
We did. We went to a rave.
That was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, so the BBB is the Birmingham Bazaar.
The Birmingham Bazaar.
And they normally do a market on, I think it's every third Sunday of the month, if I'm right. Either second or third. I've got to double check.
I think so.
Yeah. So anyway, they've got a market on a Sunday. They do an event afterwards, but they've started branching out and they're doing different events. Yeah. So they do a rave event, which has like kink elements to it. So they have a dance floor one side and then they've got like a play area the next side. And so I always go up and try and support when I can. And a couple of my boys wanted to go up.
I think they only invite you because they know I'll come.
Yeah. 100% you. They're like, that Dan... He needs to stand there bopping like this. Can you imagine him at a rave? It's like that. Like that. Bopping along, aren't you?
Oh, dear. I had a lovely time.
I know. And your shirt and your trousers.
Yeah.
You didn't even wear any UV or anything.
I did. You put UV on my face.
I did a little bit of UV on your face. I should have drawn a massive cock on your head.
I get enough male attention at these events as it is.
Yeah,
I don't know if strutting around with a cock on my forehead.
Good advertising.
Do you know what I mean? I think it'd be too busy at the pub that day.
Well, that's why you're there. So anyway, yeah, we went to the BBB Underland. We had a great night. One of my subs rented us an Airbnb. Had an awful moment when I turned up. I like to be organised, but I'm not organised. When it comes to sessions, very organised. But when it comes to anything else, hey... When it comes to anything else, I am a bit like, So I'd packed all my stuff. I'd got all my latex picked out. I put it all in the bags and it was all ready in the car, ready to go. You
got all 7 outfits for the one night ready, didn't you?
Of course, it's got to be done. And I wore bright pink and it was lush. And we got there and we're just chilling for a bit, chatting to the boys. I had 3 of them come and went to put my outfit on and then realised half my outfit was missing. I'd forgotten my fishnet top, my fishnet stockings, my garters. And,
it was all here, wasn't it?
It was all here.
That was handy.
It was right by the door. And so we had to do a mad dash to bloody Ann Summers.
Yeah, we did.
And we obviously had to have a pint afterwards for the stress.
It was the rules. I said, if I have to go into town, I'm going for a beer.
So yeah, we had to do that. And we just thought, it was a good night, wasn't it? Like...
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was real nice.
Funny.
We met a lot of new people.
We did, and we met a lot of people that enjoyed the podcast, which was really
nice. That was lovely. A few people came over and said hello. There was that. I really liked that couple.
Yeah, they were really sweet. They're very nice.
They were so lovely.
Yeah, they are very nice people.
I remember seeing his face at the previous event that we went to there.
I don't really remember a lot of the previous event.
No, you were quite exuberantly hammered. So yeah, no, I recognised his face, and they came over and introduced themselves and said, "Oh, we listened to the thing, and
hey guys,
you're the reason that they go to the events and stuff."
Yeah,
which is really nice to hear.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were a sweet couple, man.
They were nice. Sweet. And then we did a bit of dancing, we did a bit of raving. Maybe some people had some edibles. I don't know. Maybe some people. maybe some people collapsed. No, I'm jokes. Everyone just had a really good time. It's a really good vibe. It was really, really nice. And we did that. And then, yeah, we ordered a McDonald's. The order was completely wrong. Those bastards. Never order from McDonald's from Just Eat late at night because guaranteed your order's always going to be wrong. Always.
That does seem to be a thing.
It does. No matter what you order on McDonald's online, it never comes. They can never fully fulfill their order properly.
Do you reckon they do it on purpose?
I reckon they're just like,
Yeah, they're like, if we fuck up enough people's orders, people will just stop ordering from us in the evening and we can just sort of chill.
3:00 in the morning, yeah. I mean, it's late.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, but then, I mean, do they need the money? Who knows? I need my burger. That's for sure.
You need your burger more than McDonald's needs your money.
Exactly.
At that moment in time.
Yeah, they're the dom. They're like, no burger for you. And I'm like, please. I'm hanging. It's 3:00 in the morning. My feet were hurting. I just wanted to eat. I just wanted to sleep.
Yeah.
And then in the morning when we were leaving, that that lady. So there's a lady, I don't know if this is a normal thing in Birmingham. There was a little lady across the road and she's like, all right, boys. And we were like, what?
All right, boys.
All right, boys.
You're on your travels.
Yeah. And her and her 3 little mates were like, do you want some iron brew? And I was like, beg your pardon?
Yeah,
Dan, of course, was like 100% yes, I would like some iron brew.
I was, as soon as I realised there was crazy out on the street, I was like, I'm going over there. I've got to see what's happening.
And it's just a little old lady, and she had like loads of iron brew cans, loads of bags of crisps. She gave us half a packet of rice and put it into a plastic bag.
And I took it.
I don't know if that's normal for Birmingham. Is that a Birmingham thing? She gave us a bottle of water and then asked if I wanted nappies. And I was like, I don't think these nappies are going to be the right size.
Yeah, not for your line of work.
Not for my line of work. They need to be slightly bigger.
But she was so sweet.
Yeah.
We had a little combo.
Yeah, the people in Birmingham are nuts. But also nice.
She was lovely.
So we did that. I've been for lunch with my boys.
Yeah.
I've just been so busy, like just working. Like obviously I can't divulge every session I've done. But yeah, it's been busy bee. I thought the summer holidays would be quiet because it has been quiet for a lot of people.
Yeah, you've been flat out again, haven't you?
Yeah, and you know what? I'm running that risk again where I'm going to burn out. It's the burnout. I can feel it. It's like...
How's it go? Is that what it sounds like?
Yeah, sort of like, and then you're like, oh, you just get like overtired. And you know, like if you've been at the gym and you're sore, your body's sore, that's what burnout feels like. You just feel a bit of mental fog.
I think it's because you're 40.
I am not 40. I'm 37. How dare you?
That's what I reckon.
Dare you? Is it time for a facelift?
I think if you trotted yourself off to the vets and said, "Yeah, what's so wrong with me?" they'd say, "You're 40, love."
I don't think they would say that because
Do you reckon?
No, I'm quite healthy for a 40-year-old. I've got top eyesight actually.
Yeah, but like when you start getting the aches and that.
Yeah, I just
because you have them every day now.
Yes, because I've been working hard.
When you
at
get
the
up,
gym.
you make noises.
Can you stop gaslighting me? Stop gaslighting my
You make
body.
noises when you sit down.
This is unbelievable.
You
Do you want
do.
to stop?
All the time. I'm like, she's getting old.
How dare you? Says the 40-plus-year-old sat right next to me. Ugh.
I don't moan though. I just carry on.
Oh yeah, you do. You moan more than you think you do.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I had a funny this week. So I was on Instagram. And I've been
Shocker.
posting lots of reels. Now the thing with reels is you've got to make them interesting and stuff. But a little piece of me always dies. I always feel like with the TikToks and Instagram reels and stuff, like I always think like, oh god, is this cringy?
It's very difficult to do something that isn't awfully cringy.
Yeah, like I ask other content creators how they make it, and they're like, you just sort of get used to it. And I'm like, and I'm doing it, and I'm slowly but surely doing it. But every time a little piece of me dies, I'm like, oh god, I feel so fucking cringe.
I've got a theory that it's only cringy if you're not being like you, like if you're not being how you are all of the time. If you've got to like put an act on for it, then it's cringy. And normally you can see as well, can't you? Yeah. Like if I'm watching something on YouTube or TikTok, especially that couple stuff.
Yeah.
Like the couple.
Like, hey, and you're like, oh,
we're having a great time. You're not having a great time.
You're not. You're having a great time for the camera.
Yeah, having a great time now. You've had 4 hours of arguing.
Whereas we're always having a bloody miserable time.
You've had 4 hours of arguing making that video.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Do you know what I mean?
But
and you can see it, you can tell it.
And it's so hard to like make good reels, like background wise, like just strutting through the Hilton, and then someone comes out the room, you're like, quick dive, go.
Oh, because you're in all your clobber.
Yeah, like I don't wear anything too risque. Like it's something I probably could wear out in the lobby if I got caught. But I was wearing like 6-inch heels and stuff with like little ball gags on, like subtle things. But you just want to be
real
they
sound really subtle.
Really subtle. Well, unless you knew what it was, you wouldn't know what it was. So
I'd know what it was. I'd say that's a prostitute.
Wow. Do you know what? When you book a day room at a hotel, you do sort of get those Pretty Woman vibes, but not so Pretty Woman vibes.
What do you mean Pretty Woman vibes?
Like the prostitute vibes, the escort vibes. Like the receptionist is always like,
Oh, I see what you mean. Right.
A day room.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Do you need the Wi-Fi? You're like, yeah.
Do you need any towels?
Yeah, I probably need an extra towel and an extra robe. Got any wet wipes while we're at it too? It could get messy.
And a couple of Bibles.
And a couple of Bibles to beat him with. So yeah, I'm been delving into the world of reels and stuff, and my Instagram has been building. You know, we're getting there. I'm not very good with the social media stuff. Like I try, but it's not really my forte. I'm better at real life sessions. I'm better at doing what I love. Social media is all right, but it's not what I love. I don't really like being in front of the camera, which is odd. I know, because I do filming and now we're doing this, but it's not my number one preferred choice.
Yeah, but we've put this off for how long?
Yeah, like years, because I don't like being on camera.
Yeah.
I'm
Whereas
not
I'm indifferent. I just don't give a shit.
Yeah, you don't care, but I'm a bit like, ugh, which always shocks people because I think, oh, you're so outgoing and you're so. I keep stroking this. Sorry, habit. So yeah, it feels really unnatural to me. I feel really awkward now. I'm going red.
You've got too much makeup on to go red.
I'm gonna do it in my scream mask next time.
Do what?
I'm gonna do this with my scream mask on next time. I think if I was wearing a mask, just because for shits and gigs, I'm doing it again.
Leave that alone.
I will not leave it alone. Stroke it harder.
You're making everything wobble.
Yeah, I am.
It's on a professionally built set.
Right,
Look
stop
at it.
talking. It's so professional. So yeah, I find being on camera quite hard. Some people just make content and they're on camera all day long, and that's great.
Yeah.
But for me, I always
but everyone had to start somewhere to get to that.
Exactly.
Not everyone
I hope
starts
everyone
doing
that
it
is
straight away.
watching this can see this t-shirt I put on. Thank you. It says, "I heart to make boys cry." I actually had to read that. I forgot what it said. I love making boys cry, which is true. So anyway, I've been making these reels, and then a guy messaged me the other day, and I posted something that was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And he put, oh, I much prefer the real you. That's what I'm in love with. And I was like, excuse me?
Wait, what? You did a blah-de-blah and I completely lost track of what was going on.
I posted a post. Let me see if I can find it. I posted a post on my Instagram.
Okay.
And then someone commented and they said, oh, I'm in love with the real you.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, pal. I don't know who you are.
A close friend or relative?
No.
An old teacher?
No. Okay,
somebody
here we go.
from the gym?
He put, yes, please. And I put, if you want to talk, can you just sign up to my site? So I don't really respond on Instagram because I get hundreds of messages a day from random people like, hey, can you sit on my face? Can you fart on my face? Can I have a session? Can I have this, that, blah, blah. Oh, just really bizarre questions. So you just...
Yeah, but those are my favourite. That's my favourite part of the show. We all know that's my favourite part of the show.
But...
So keep them coming, guys.
So I said, sign up. And he said, it's okay. I'm just in love with the real you, Kiss. And I said, you don't know the real me, but nice try. And he put, we've chatted lots before. Sort of, I guess, you never know someone till you actually get to meet them, kiss, kiss. And I'm like,
huh?
Why are you kissing me, man? And then I put, no idea who you are. And he put, okay, don't you remember? Dave, kiss. And I'm like,
Dave.
What? What do you mean, Dave? And I was like, I've never chatted to you about anything. This isn't right. And he said, oh, we never chatted about a session. We've always chatted more about dating. I didn't know who you were until afterwards.
Oh,
and
excellent.
I found you here on my feed too. And I'm like...
When's he picking you up?
Never. And I said, right, well, I haven't spoken to you about dating. Absolutely haven't. I would never chat about that. So you're either being catfished or someone is pretending to be me and pulling your leg. He said, he said, I'm not pulling your leg at all, lovey. Sorry, then, as she sent me all your pictures, I think, on Telegram, and they were all your pictures. And I put, do your homework, mate. It wasn't me.
Oh, gosh.
And then I said, you can't love me that much because you ain't signed up still. So, yeah, he got completely scammed. Like, this person has stolen all my pictures and pretended to be me and talked about dating
on
with this
Telegram.
guy. On Telegram.
Really? Mm-hmm. It's quite irritating.
I have so many catfishes, so many people. And you can send out all of the formal notices, you can do all sorts, and they just still pop up just constantly. And this person was directing them to our podcast whilst pretending to be me. So they looked like they were actually me. They were like, oh no, look at my website, look at this. But
I mean, I suppose unless you get to the stage where you're meeting in person, how is somebody meant to know that it's definitely you?
Well, you kind of would go through the website. I think the website is always a clear indication, and then if you get my number,
I suppose
because
that nobody can really copy that.
Yeah, like, and then obviously my bank details and stuff for a session, things like that are all linked to me. Like, you'd know it was me. So it's all very professional. It's all very business-like. It's all above board. It's not like, oh, suckmycock123@hotmail.com. Do you know what I mean? It's not like one of those emails
You just
that
told
made up.
everybody my email address.
Oh, it's not one of those emails you made up when you were like 14. Do you remember like when you started school and you were like, haha, look at this, I can put anything in Hotmail, and people have carried them up for life, and it's like slutbucket69 at hotmail.com. I always kept mine very, very safe.
Oh, dear.
So yeah, that was
Poor bugger. I feel kind of sorry for him.
I don't. I don't.
I know it's because you're dead inside. I could feel kind of sorry for him because he's obviously like invested a lot of time into somebody who he thought was you.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, yeah, he's just been duped. You don't know if he's been sending money and gifts.
Well, I didn't know. No, he hasn't. He said he hasn't.
For time alone, that would just be irritating.
Yeah, but one, I'm not a charity, so nah. Two, do your homework. If you're stupid enough to get duped like that, then I'm sorry. Sometimes you deserve it. A lot of these guys, and sometimes I think they say things to get attention from me. Sometimes I think they make up stuff. Like, that could have been whole
really?
make up. Yeah, like things that didn't happen. That could be it.
Pinocchio.
Yeah, because some men will do anything to get your attention, just to fucking text back anything for a response.
I go the opposite way with it.
What'd you do?
I do anything I can to get away from it.
Wow.
I'm like, I'm just going to go and start cooking dinner. And you're like, it's 11 a.m. I'm like, still.
Ridiculous.
See ya.
Unbelievable. Keywords.
Oh, dear.
But yeah, no, guys will do anything to get a reply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leading on to blackmail subs. So the blackmail subs, we've spoken about this before, and I always think they are the worst category of kink.
Yeah.
Because they just don't pay up. They're like, oh, you've got to blackmail this money out of me. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to do any work until you've paid me. I'm not a builder. I mean, maybe you can pay half now and half later. Maybe we could do installments.
I'm not a builder.
You know, like a builder, you pay for the materials and then you pay for the work afterwards. They invoice you.
Right, okay.
That's what I kind of feel like the blackmail. And then the builder will chase the person for ages, and then we'll have to go to court and stuff. Like,
okay.
That's just not the way I do business. So if someone wants to be blackmailed consensually, may I add, ethically, consensually, all of the above, then I expect them to tribute me first. And then if they want me to not release and do a bit of fantasy or don't release my details and that, you can send a bit more, then the role play and all that can start. But I'm not going to give you my free time for you then to be like, you can't get the money from, like, it just doesn't work like that. And a lot of guys will
wait a minute,
waste
so how
time.
does it work? So they'll message you and they'll say, I want you to blackmail me.
Oh, they'll send a really awful picture of something. I don't know, like, I had one guy send me a video of him pooping out pool table balls. And he's like, I've just pooped out 8 balls. I was in the Daily Sun or whatever that paper is. What's that paper?
Probably the Star.
The Daily Star. The Daily Star.
Yeah.
He's like, look, I was the front cover once, and it was him and his butt and some pool table things. He's like, I'm famous for this. And he was like, I want you to blackmail me. And I was like, one, the game is sort of over because you've already.
Well, the game of pool's definitely over. I can tell you that much.
But I meant the game's over because you've already been exposed to half the nation.
Yeah.
Who read the Star? I don't know who reads the Star, but it, will pop up.
Builders again.
And then
apparently.
I was really interested, to be fair, because I was like, where is this going to go? So he just doesn't stop. He still messages me to this day, and I'm like, can you fuck off,
Oh,
Sam?
really?
Sam, go away.
Do I have to bleep that?
No, it's just Sam. I just said just Sam. So yeah, stuck all these pool balls up him. And I was like, what is this? What's this about? And then he started sending me folders. And I was like, what the hell? And there are loads and loads of folders of previous video sessions he's had with other dominatrixes.
Okay.
He'd been recording video sessions. I don't think consensually. I don't think the women knew they were being recorded.
Yeah.
And he had files of him doing stuff for them, but you could see both camera angles.
Oh, so just a screen recording?
Yeah.
Gotcha, yeah.
But you shouldn't be doing that you shouldn't be screen recording when you're having a video chat. Like, it's not good. Like,
I don't know how that stands legally, but regardless,
I'm not screen recording the people that video chat me unless it is specified. They're like, can you take a video or something? Because some of them will be like, oh, I want to use this for blackmail and stuff. But this guy was also videoing the women. And I was like, that doesn't sit very comfortably with me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And he was like, well, you can blackmail me to stop and all this. And I was like, you're just a time waster, please. Like, this guy just goes from dom to dom to dom to dom on Adult Work and all these internet sites, just
doing the same thing.
And he pops up every like 6 weeks and has come up with a new idea. Do you want to know how many hot dogs I can fit inside my anus? And I'm like, 7.
Yes,
7.
Absolutely, I want to know.
And he's like, well, you can blackmail. And I'm like, it's not really fun. It's not fun. I'm not chasing you for the money. I'm not bailiff. I'm not a debt collector. Fuck off. There is one guy I've got a couple that like the old blackmail scenario, but they do pay.
Okay.
So there's a thing called a blackmail contract, and a lot of these girls that are coming into the scene, findoms and stuff, seem to love these blackmail contracts and retweet games and stuff. So they'll be like, oh, here's a picture of someone with their bumhole out and everyone on the internet's going to see, and I'm going to keep it up for this long if they don't pay. The more people that comment on it, the more this person has to pay, blah, blah.
Right.
It's just... people like to play these games. I just don't think it's very professional. If you want to do it, fine. It's a bit chintzy, a bit cheap. Like,
do you reckon?
I don't know. It's just not my bag. It's not my bag. I very rarely indulge in the blackmail online stuff. But anyway, I've got this guy. He's a nice guy. He's quite a handsome looking chap, to be fair. And he likes to wear women's lingerie. He's not a sissy or anything. He just likes to wear women's lingerie.
Okay.
And so we made a contract. He's got to pay up £500. He pays 50 quid a week. If he doesn't pay it on a certain day, which is Friday at 12 o'clock, then he gets a £25 surcharge fee for each day that he misses, and the debt mounts up.
Yeah.
But the thing with him is he is not consistent. He's bloody hard work. And he's like, I'm not feeling this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. And I'm like, look, dude.
Oh, he likes to throw a tantrum.
Yeah, he throws a tantrum. He's like, this isn't for me and stuff. And I think he likes that sort of gameplay where I'm like, you're not leaving. You're not fucking getting out of this web. He signed a contract.
Does that make him a bratty sub?
Yeah, like he's bratty, but then I think sometimes he's just a bit of a penis. And he's like, oh, I'm not into it anymore and that. And I'm like, yeah, until your dick gets hard again, pal. Like,
yeah. Okay.
And he like tries to run away and I'm like, no, you're not. This is the contract that we signed. This is what we agreed. This is what you wanted. And if I was like, okay, we'll break it in that, he'll just come back 4 weeks later and be like,
and just do the whole thing again.
So he likes the fact that he can be like, oh, I'm.
But isn't that the purpose of the game?
Some of it is, and
like
some
he's
of them,
being bratty because he wants you to be like, oh no, tough shit.
Yeah, sometimes, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're genuinely like, oh, I've made a mistake, or sometimes they are just.
Couldn't you just like set up a safe word for it or something?
Yeah,
so like if they're being genuine, then you can use the safe word.
Yeah, I guess so. But
do
like
that,
once they've signed the contract, it's pretty.
Yeah.
You're gonna pay my money.
But, that was awful.
I don't know what that was.
I'm leaving that in as well. That was
no, please
awful.
Don't. That's so cringe.
No, I don't care.
I've got to stop. I've got to stop with these accents. Do you know what people were like? I really like your accents. I was like, you don't.
Really?
Yeah.
People really?
Yeah.
Like real people though, or
yeah,
like the people in your head?
Oh, you are such a penis. So yeah,
your friends, I call them.
Do you know what? That actually reminds me of a guy that.
What reminds you?
So I used to have this like guy online who was human ATM.
Right.
And he doesn't live here. I think he lives in like Spain or something.
Okay.
And when I very first started, like...
Yeah, because we call them cash machines.
Cash machines. But he liked being an ATM. And he would be like, would you like to withdraw money, mistress? And I'd be like, yes. And he'd go, beep, 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 boop, boop. And then...
I'm sorry, what?
Beep, beep, boop, boop. He'd do like voice...
he'd make the noises?
Yeah, he'd make a noise. Or he'd be like, beep, beep, boop, boop, and type. And he'd be like, how much would you like to withdraw today? In a text, like... over WhatsApp, and I say,
I think we've just found our next guest for the podcast.
And I'd be like, withdraw 100,
questions.
And then he would withdrawing now, and then it would hit my bank, and then he'd be like, would you like a receipt for that? And then he'd make a fake receipt and send it in a beep, beep, boop, boop, and then he'd post the receipt into the chat and like a proper little invoice.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. And he was really sweet.
Whatever happened?
But we had he just mucks around too much. He's inconsistent. He'll be up. He'll be like, "Hey, are you around?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Do you reckon the bank he was in got ram raided and somebody stole him?
I did
just
tell
in
him.
somebody's basement in
I
Essex now, beeping and booping.
What, in Spain? He's not in Spain anymore. He's in Essex, beeping and booping all over the town. Well, do you know what? I think he's actually quite a successful person. So the thing is, I've known him since he was 15, and I didn't know, not 15, sorry, no. I've known him since he was 17, which I didn't know. So the first time he ever sent to me...
You nearly caught a case just then.
I know, imagine it. No, but you've got to be 18 to be in Findom. You can't be... You know, you need to be an adult to be in these practices.
Yeah.
And so when you're doing stuff online...
To clarify, you were also of that age. You weren't like
No.
40.
No, this was like
Okay,
4 or 5 years ago. He's obviously older now. But the first send he ever sent me, and when he started talking to me, he had an adult profile. He showed me an ID because he looked young. I was like, dude, you look fucking young. Are you sure that? And then he showed me an ID and everything. And he was like, no, this is my ID. He'd faked his ID. I had no idea. And he'd been sending money. And I caught him out. And I was like, dude, do not come back to me until you're 18. I was like, this is not okay. This is not okay. You've forged your ID. You look young. Like, so, you know, I asked for his ID to ensure he was safe.
It seems to me that you're very difficult to please. The previous chap didn't put in enough effort and go through the right channels. This chap has put in so much effort.
I know, but he's forged
faked
it.
ID.
I know, but he was 17. You can't do that. It's not
Even
safe.
more props to him. He's really gone out there. 17?
I know, but it's just not.
At 17?
It's just not on. Okay, some people might like that. For me, no. I mean, he wasn't getting his dick
It was
out.
very difficult to please.
He wasn't getting his dick out. He wasn't doing anything like that. He just enjoyed sending money. He was like one of the cash pigs. So, and I said to him,
so weird.
I know. And I said, don't come back until you're 18. And on his 18th birthday, he came back. He's like, hello, it's me. I was like, hello.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he dips in and out every so often. But he's a bit of an arsehole. He's not consistent. He does it obviously when he's feeling all like dick hard and everything, and then will disappear for fucking ages. Dick hard. He won't. Yeah, he just he winds me up something chronic. He's like, I really want to do well in that, and then piss off for 6 months and stuff.
Yeah.
Like with pay pigs, they're rarely they're rarely consistent ever.
You've always found that, though, haven't you? You've said that since day one.
Blackmail pay pigs, like, it's great when you're getting sent money and it's all good. And I mean, it's very fucking oversaturated. Every teen girl, every new dom, every new
Would
person.
you stop bringing teens into this? What is wrong with you today?
I'm just saying, like, they see it on the internet as a quick
Crikey.
buck. They see it on the internet as a quick buck, and they're like, oh, I'm going to make money, and, you know, props to you if you want to do it. But they don't really get the psychology behind it. They don't really get the detriment to one's mental health and obviously debt and finance and things like this.
Well, they'll figure that out eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
100% they'll figure that part
I know,
out.
but it's towing the line, and a lot of people aren't sensible, and they will push someone to real bankruptcy and stuff. And then this is what leads me on to ethical doming and non-ethical doming. So there's a big thing.
Have you planned this whole episode out in your head?
No.
Because you're going from like one thing to the next.
I know,
like,
right?
Oh, and this leads me on to...
Well, because we're always like...
No, you're always... If you watch this back, you see I've sat here and gone,
Oh.
for like an hour.
I was trying to be the consummate professional.
Right, go on then.
So there's this big thing at the moment about non-ethical doming and ethical doming, and some people are getting them confused.
Okay.
Some people are thinking that the softer doms are more ethical because they're more kind and they're caring and they're soft and that.
Oh yeah,
and they're saying, like, you know, hardcore doming is unethical and things like that. People are uneducated and they get confused.
Yeah,
now,
I can see the confusion though.
Yeah, but there's not, because as long as there are two adults being consensual and indulging in consensual play and RAC and SSC, risk, what is it? Risk aware consensual kink.
Yeah.
Safe, sane, consensual. That's what they mean. SSC, RAC, the acronyms.
Acronyms.
The acronyms.
Okay.
Even the BDSM world, we have them. Like
I mean,
health
you
and
said
safety.
BDSM. That's an acronym.
Shut your bloody mouth. Good God. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but I can see the confusion. I can see them people thinking, oh, the softer doms. That's why the softer doms are what's the word you just said?
More consensual. Oh, ethical.
Yeah, more ethical.
Yeah.
Than and then a more strict dom. Yeah, that makes sense. I can see why people are getting them crossed over, but
uneducated.
That's very wrong.
Yeah, it's very, very wrong. Just because someone indulges in like fear play or knife play or things like that, it doesn't mean it's unethical at all. Unethical is burning your sub, like I've previously explained, unsafely, not taking into account their mental health, their physicality, things like that. That's all unethical. Like, so basically, people are getting confused because they're not educated enough. Like, the more severe that a dominatrix is, generally, the more safe she is in her practices, because she's been doing this a long time. She is not afraid to push your boundaries and your limits like me. I'm not afraid to take them to the edge, because you're coming to me for a session and I don't want it to be boring. It's not fun for you. It's not fun for me. You are there to push your limits, to get pushed to the very limit, because what's the point? Otherwise, you might as well sit at home, do it on your own. You might as well go on FetLife and get an amateur in. You're coming to a professional for a reason, because you want a good service. And so if you're, if you want a good service and you like fear play, then we're going to do some extreme fear play. We're going to get up to those levels where you're like, oh my God, I'm scared. But a lot of people see that as, oh, that's unethical.
What would be involved in your fear play? If we were to do a session and you came to me and you're like, fear play me.
What, for me? Oh no, I don't like that.
Don't care. That's the question.
I don't know. Like, I don't like being chased.
You don't?
I don't. He runs after me all the time.
It's my favourite
I
thing
hate
to
it.
do.
I like scuttle. I don't like the feeling
Especially
of being chased.
if you don't know I'm coming from behind you.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute, I said that wrong. Especially if you don't know I'm behind you, I'll start running up the stairs and
it's that
shit
noise.
your pants. It's so funny.
Oh God, I don't know whether to run or fight. I'm like, oh.
I love it. You get all sweaty.
I do. I don't like it. That's my fear play. So for fear play, for a lot of it, a lot of my you're always coughing.
Yeah.
A lot of my subs don't like my zapper. I've got an electric zapper, and it gets
like a cattle prod.
Like a cattle prod thing, and it sounds worse than it is, but
it's just irritating.
It's irritating, but on the gooch, it's painful. On the balls, it's painful.
I can imagine
on the butthole, it's painful.
I can imagine that being quite unpleasant.
And just the sound of it makes people... What?
Nothing, carry on.
Just the sound of it makes people really on edge, because it's a bit like a whip when you crack it. It's like, oh.
Oh, the noise?
Yeah, the noise.
It does sound like...
And
yeah,
especially
it does.
if you're blindfolded or something, you're like, oh my God, what's that?
Yeah.
And it's the anticipation, like, where is it going to go? Where's it going to hit me? And it's not so much a pain thing, it's more of the anticipation, and they start sweating. And I have clients that I strap down so they can't move, and then
and then you just zap them all over.
Yeah, and they absolutely shit themselves.
It's like an electric fence sort of zap, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like...
That kind of
It's
pain.
not a long-lasting pain, but yeah, it gives you a little...
Yeah, it's just very annoying.
Yeah, I don't think I would like that very much. I like doing it to people. It gives me great joy.
You run around the house with it all the time.
I do.
It drives me mad.
I can't help it. I like what I like.
It's not. I don't even care for the pain. It doesn't bother me at all. It's the fact you jab it into you. You jab the thing all the way in. I'm like, bro, zap me fine, but stop poking into my lung.
I'm sorry. Sorry, use a knife next time.
Again.
Hey, it was just the once. No, I'm joking. So yeah, no, I wouldn't like someone chasing me, I guess. That would be...
That would be your fear play?
Yeah, what would be your fear play? Cold chips.
Yeah, cold chips.
Or force feeding you cold chips.
I always worry that I'm going to get a cold one in the bag.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I've had it once and it was unpleasant.
That would be your fear play, would it?
Yeah, that, and when you're eating like a Magnum.
Yeah.
Ice cream, a real indulgent one.
Yeah.
And then you go to bite off a bit of the ice cream, and you bite the stick.
Oh,
I fucking hate that.
So yours is food-based fear play.
Yeah.
It's good to know. Very good to know for date night. Cold McDonald's fries and a Magnum, baby.
But no, I don't know really. I don't know. I wouldn't even know where. I wouldn't know where to begin because I don't really understand what's going on.
Yeah, and you don't get really scared at anything. We went to like escape room with live actors, and I absolutely crapped myself. A guy literally popped out from nowhere with a stupid bloody mask on and was like, "Boo!" And he was right there in my face. I leapt over a table. My sister's boyfriend got absolutely ram-raided by me, and the whole sofa fell off. And Dan just went, "All right, mate." And this guy was chasing us. Like, my sister had such a bad panic attack that we had to press the emergency button to let her out because she started beating up the actor. Leave. They were like, can you stop kicking the actors? She was like crying, having a panic attack. Yeah, she was one sweaty lady. She didn't like that. I was like, happy birthday. It's the worst birthday gift ever.
I was having a blast up until then.
Yeah. He like literally came up to your face. He went, all right. And I was like,
yeah, I think it's probably because like my hearing's not too great and it was so dark in there you couldn't see anything.
It's because you're old. So
somebody could have popped up and gone boo and I'd have been like, did somebody hear something?
Who's the old one now?
Yeah.
Do you know what? On things that didn't happen on the internet, someone tagged me in this the other day. I don't know if it happened or not, but
Okay.
Someone said, oh my God, so funny. My sub has just hung himself by his balls.
Hung himself by his balls? So, like suspended himself?
Literally suspended himself.
From his testicles?
Just testicles. And I was like,
can you do that?
Do you know what? I don't know. I've had people hanging in various different situations, but to hang purely from your testicles, like
I don't
maybe
know.
for like 1 second, or you've got to put some body weight. Like I use a lot of ball weights and I really stretch balls really hard and I put them under some right duress.
Maybe if you're quite a lightweight man.
You'd have to be like fucking paperweight.
Or woman these days, of course.
Yeah, well.
Maybe if you're a lightweight man
if the
or
balls
woman.
weren't real, then maybe. But yeah,
I wonder.
There's no way that
we can. I need a person that can. Can you Google that for me, and then they can Google it like they do on the popular podcasts.
Yeah, we get someone to Google that. Can someone be
Google?
suspended? Can someone do a home test for us? Because I'm not willing to. I could try it out tomorrow.
Well, the thing is, I know I want to check after the podcast, but I know I'm going to forget.
I don't think. I think it's just you're just going to end up damaging your testicles, your tubes. I mean,
do you know what I think?
Recommend.
Do you know what I think?
I reckon it's made up.
Do you know what I think?
Go on then.
I think you're going to fall off, land on the floor, be winded, and only to look up and see your testicles.
Oh, no.
Still attached to a hook up there, just dripping blood. That's what I think.
I don't think they were hooked. I think like if you were going to hang from your testicles, you'd put the rope round and pull, and then they'd go so blue.
Okay, well then you'd see your testicles in a rope.
Just dangling.
Just dangling above you.
Like mistletoe.
Like a fucking awful piñata.
Like, let's have a kiss under the missile balls. Do the kisses with the penises. Could you imagine?
The best piñata you can get on Cinco de Mayo.
This man's balls.
This man's testicles.
Yeah, I've seen people hang in various different places, but she's like, I've got video proof of it, but I'm not going to post it because the sub doesn't want me to because of the clients. And the sub was like, yeah, I did it. And I was like,
show it or it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Show it or it didn't happen.
And then someone tagged us in it. And they were like, why are you tagging her in it? Why is this a conversation
Wait,
for
what?
you?
Somebody tagged the podcast in it?
Yeah. And just put Pinocchio. And
you have to show me this. Mm-hmm. You're meant to show me this stuff.
Okay.
Oh, but then saying that, I'll probably forget.
Exactly. You always forget when it's time to record. So every time is new information.
Yeah.
It is.
It's good, though.
Oh, what was I going to say? Well, actually, some people do like listening to me talk, and those people have been buying my clips. Mm-hmm. And I, who complains constantly about the award shows and things like that, I actually won a competition.
You did?
I did win a competition on Clips for Sale.
That was today,
and I won a cash prize monies. I won't tell you how much, but it was good money. It's a good, very good, very nice.
It was about the same as I earn a month.
Yeah, so I obviously do a lot of filming. I do different categories, and this particular one was flatulence. For you at home,
That's
that
the
means
worst
fart.
category
for
of
you.
all of the categories.
No, it's not. It's absolutely.
It is.
No.
It's my worst category. I don't care.
What, you like sick?
No,
You like
no,
poo?
I'm all right. No, I changed my mind. I've
You like
changed my
feet?
mind. Do I what?
You like feet? You don't even
No.
like feet. No, exactly. So you don't know what you're talking about. There are some really bad categories on there that I'm even like.
I feel like I need a blanket.
Well, I'll get you on, old man who's old now, bitch. So I won it for, you had to hashtag this thing when you put your farting clips up every week for the month of August, and then at the end of the month It was me, I won. And they were just like, your dialogue's really good in your content. You know, you're a consistent seller.
What do they mean by your dialogue's good? Like
my dialogue, like I talk a lot. It's not just farts.
Are they just like the fact that you're talking in the videos?
Yeah, like the things that I'm saying. The content that I'm making is good content. So like when which is really weird because I don't like being on camera, but I do a lot of filming where
You said do.
I do. We're not selling that yet.
Bag of shit, 50 quid.
You're talking 500 quid. How? What, for a poo? Well, I'm not going to say anything, but I might have done once upon a time some Brown Town videos. Brown Town.
You're going to make me need to have a lie down.
Old man, who's out now?
Nothing to do with being old man.
Yeah, okay. Right. So, Brown Town is expensive. I mean, you get people that sell it for cheap, but I would be a upmarket Brown Town dealer. Brown Town girl.
What makes you upmarket?
I don't know, because I charge more, I guess.
Is that how it works?
No, I think it's because...
Is that exactly how it is?
No, because people know me.
Hold on, I got a question for you. Where do you think you are on the scale of like Lidl and Aldi, and then like Marks and Spencers? Where are you on that scale of poop?
On poop.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I think without
Where are you,
sounding
like
big-headed...
Asda, Sainsbury's, Tesco's?
No,
Where are you?
I would
Where
say-
are you in there?
Waitrose.
You reckon you're a top? Creme de la creme of la caca.
I have spent, oh my God, I have spent the last 4 years making farting and facing clips. So I'm really well known in that community.
Okay.
And it's niche. So anything that's coming out my ass, people are going to pay a good price. Look, I'm just charged 300 and something pounds.
So you're like a Waitrose finest?
Yes.
Crikey.
I don't know if they do a finest, do they? I think Waitrose is just fancy.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think it's like
I reckon that if
Tesco's
Waitrose did a finest, it'd be called like Deluxe with an E on the end.
Deluxe.
No, not Dulux, that's paint.
Deluxe. Anyway, so I've got a 15-minute custom and I'm charging a 300 plus because I'm well known and people will pay those prices because they know they're going to get professional, they know what they're going to get. I've got hundreds of videos out there and they know that the dialogue is good. I'm pretty much going to stick to the script that they
Just buy
want.
one of the old ones.
What?
You just buy one of the old ones, no?
No, but people want it for themselves. They want a custom video. It's like, I don't know, like when lockdown was happening and everyone was doing those voicemail, like actors were like, oh God, I'm out of a job. I'm about to, hello everybody, my name's Keith Chegwin and I'm gonna...
Speak to your auntie on her birthday for a
or
tenner.
like the people in Africa do those happy birthday best friend
Oh,
videos.
I love those.
Yeah, those ones. Like it's like one of those videos, but you know what you're gonna get with that sort of thing and they know what they're gonna get with me. Whereas if they approach a random farter, pooper, any of that.
Imagine ordering the wrong video for your auntie
I'd
and
like
her receiving one of your custom videos.
Happy day to you. Oh my goodness. I haven't farted for anyone's auntie.
Happy birthday, Aunt Sal.
But I have pretended to be someone's auntie whilst farting. That was a big one.
Huh?
Yeah, auntie farting.
Wowzers.
Family farting, like
That's a lot to unpack.
mother-in-law farting.
I think we found our second guest for the podcast. I've got a lot of questions there.
Like the MILF farting is really like, oh, hey, stepson, I want you to smell my farts. They like all of that jazz.
Quite Freudian.
Yeah. Yeah. They like it with the rubber gloves as well for some reason. When I wear washing up gloves, they really enjoy that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, like yellow, like generic washing up gloves.
I got a few clips with me with rubber gloves on, and they love it. I pretend I'm washing up, and I'm like, oh hey, can you?
Yeah, you'd have to pretend. You don't really do it. You've never seen you do it in real life. Do you know what the sink is?
Oh God, you are funny, aren't you? Fucking stay-at-home husband, shut up.
Go on, what are you saying next?
Yeah, no, it's just really niche. It's really weird. It makes me laugh. But yeah, people will pay serious money for brown towns because it's a taboo thing. It's
frightening.
Well, it's frightening to you, but it's delicious to some.
Oh, that's the wrong word. That's the wrong word.
I spent the day filming farts today, actually. I had a day-long session.
You did.
And
you went abroad somewhere, didn't you?
Abroad. I went like 30 minutes down the road.
Same thing.
But my lovely client always books a lovely place, and every couple of weeks we'd do a day session and we'd do some filming.
Did you fart in somebody else's Airbnb today?
I did. I fart all over people's Airbnbs. We're
Do you
very
reckon that's
clean.
why the cleaning fee's so expensive on the mall? You know, every Airbnb you book, it's like, oh, it's only 20 quid a night. It's £800
No.
clean-up fee.
No,
Because you've been in there and shat on everything.
I haven't shat on anything. I've farted. There's a difference, please.
Everything looks like a Jackson Pollock.
Oh my God, no. I could charge some serious money for that, actually. Fart. The art. Oh my goodness. I could start selling farting artwork.
It sounds like a coffee table book, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, like one of those big coffee table
Have I
books
ever
you
told
get
you-
just fart.
Oh, that would be really good.
Yeah.
Just loads and loads of farts.
Sepia tones.
Did I ever tell you about that time that I made a sub wear a GoPro on his head?
Uh-huh.
And I thought it'd be really funny if he wore the GoPro and
Yeah.
I farted on him.
Okay.
But I had just douched as well, and it like bits of old tomato and stuff. I know.
Jesus.
I know. It's not all glamour. Everyone always thinks being a dominatrix is all glamour.
Where
It's
was the
not.
glamour? When did the glamour happen?
In between the fisting and the pegging and the, you know.
Where's the glamour?
suspended
You say it's
balls.
not all glamour. It's not none. It's none
I know.
glamour. What are you talking about? It's not
I
all
know, but on
glamour.
the internet-
What are you saying?
A lot of people on the internet portray it's all Gucci bags and
Do
fast
they?
cars. Yeah. But if you're
Oh, right.
actually a working dominatrix,
Yeah.
generally, we have to get up to some mucky
You
stuff.
don't post that stuff on your Twitter, do you?
Yeah, I do, and that's why I got shadow banned. That's why they banned my OnlyFans
Oh my god!
and stole my money. OnlyFans, unbelievable. Yeah,
Unbelievable.
unbelievable.
Speaking of which, I think we're going to have to do an OnlyFans for this.
yeah, for the extra juicy bits,
For
not
the
that
extra
kind
juicy
of juice.
bits, because there's some stuff that we want to do in the pod that
Yeah,
I know is going to get us banned.
and we don't want to get banned. We
So
wanna be
if
good
you're listening
people.
to this on YouTube, there might be some words or some sentences, paragraphs cut out. But if you do join up to our OnlyFans or Patreon or something,
yeah, we're gonna figure
we'll
something
do a
out.
free thing somewhere so you can see the full-on unedited nonsense that
version.
we get up to.
I'm not gonna sit here with my tits out though. Oh, maybe. Oh, maybe.
For a tenner.
Go on then.
Yeah.
What's your price? Oh, what's your price? Do you know what? Actually, talking of prices, here we go. I saw an awful clip on Twitter that has nothing related to kink. It was a man caving through the smallest hole, and it said, "For $1 million, would you go through this cave?" And he
Yeah.
was literally, it was the smallest cave hole ever, and he's just dragging his body. And I was like, nah, I couldn't do that for. I couldn't do it for $1 billion. It
Really?
was so claustrophobic. Like, honestly, he looked like a sausage in a really tight bun. Like, and there was no give.
A
And he was
sausage in a really tight bun.
like a really.
That's your analogy.
I don't know. It was a terrible analogy. Now I'm thinking about it. Honestly, you know that story of that man that fell in the hole in the cave and then he died because he was upside down for hours.
Yeah.
That guy, like, and there's these guys that like to go caving.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, it's all right if I get stuck. I've got a rock. You're in a rock. What? You're gonna bash the rock with the rock? And he's like, yeah, I'll just bash. Like, what if that cave falls in? Oh my god.
So we could have done that in your fear play.
Oh my, no, absolutely not. I'm not even that claustrophobic. But it was that.
I'm going to chase you around with a really tight bun.
No, please don't. Whilst I'm dressed as a hot dog.
Just like a hot dog.
No.
I'm going to get you.
Oh, do you know what? That's probably someone's fetish.
Oh, have I just made somebody jizz again?
You probably did.
I need to stop doing that.
Would you do that? Would you do that for $1 million?
What's
you
that?
would, wouldn't you?
What?
Caving through, like, it was the
I
tightest
do it for
hole.
free. Yeah, 100%. Hell
Honestly,
yeah.
it gave me anxiety.
Really?
It's a whole, like, I'll show you.
We've done caving.
Yeah, normal. But the cave was big and open. It's so
Oh, yeah, you
narrow.
do like
I'm
a
going
big
to show
cave.
you. Oh, shut up.
Whereas I prefer a much tighter cave.
I bet you do. Well, it's a shame. It's just a big rancid abattoir in there. So well done, you.
You got to stop bringing that up.
I know, that's my nickname. He calls my vagina the rancid abattoir because we play Dead by Daylight and it's a map.
We
that
have
always
mentioned
comes
this
up.
before, haven't we?
Yeah. We play video games and a map that always comes up and he's like,
Funny, we were
vagina.
playing it yesterday and we played that map, and when the thing popped up, I was having a swig of my beer at the same time, and it came out my nose.
I know. I can hear
I
you.
literally.
I was hoping that you were going to choke. Finally.
The
But yeah,
rancid
no.
abattoir.
I couldn't. Please stop. Stop it. I'm already called Poopy Poopy Butthole Head or whatever it is.
Oh dear, huh?
I'm called Poopy Poopy Pants or whatever.
Miss Poopy Pants.
Yeah, people keep calling me Miss Poopy Pants now, so thanks for that.
No, you're welcome.
No, I don't like it.
Well,
I don't like it. I don't want that name.
You've just got an award that verifies
That I'm good at
you are
farting.
now Queen Poopy Pants.
Fart and poop, a different thing. Anyway, I won the award. Thank you very
Same
much.
thing.
I'm very privileged to have this award.
Queen
it's nice
Poopy
to
Pants,
be
everybody.
recognised.
Queen Poopy Pants.
Ah.
Well done. I'm proud of you.
Do you know what? There's a few.
Do you reckon back in the day when you were at school, and do you remember? Wait a minute, it gets better.
Is it the school book?
Huh?
Was it the school book, like the high school book?
Nah. Do you remember when the careers advisor came around?
Oh my God, you're amount to nothing. Well,
when she spoke to you, what did she say?
Said you're very creative. You're not very focused. I think maybe
you would be brilliant at
something something creative. That's
creating.
Like, and she was like a drama teacher.
Okay.
And look where we are now.
Here we are.
Drama teacher to dominatrix.
Yeah, so fuck you, careers lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it wrong.
Bitch.
Fuck you, careers
I'm gonna
lady.
fart on your face. I'm not going to. In your own time, old man.
Oh, I had to go for a wee break and to wipe my face. I was cry laughing. I was
going to talk about my gripes. Actually, the last episode we did on
fucking surprise. Here we go.
About award shows. It's
Strap
like
yourself in for 3/4 of an hour of moaning.
not that kind of moaning. You have to pay for that.
Go on, what were you saying?
Just the award shows, like everyone that's in the fetish scene, you know, it's really nice to get acknowledged and stuff, but like who's deciding on these? Is it just a popularity contest? I know a lot of good doms that never win awards, like, you know, my mate Ronnie. Actually, she did win an award this year.
My mate Ronnie.
Good. Our mate Ronnie.
Yeah.
Like, and she's only just won an award this year, and she's been doing it for bloody ever.
Yeah.
And she's just getting acknowledged. And it's like, you know, these...
Apparently, I heard that one of her very first clients was Jack the Ripper.
Jack the Knicker, more like.
Sorry, Jack the what?
Knickers. Jack the Knicker. Not like that. Good God, stop.
This is our first video podcast.
I know, I'm going to get in trouble
You're
now.
talking about teens, now you're dropping N-bombs.
Stop it.
Unbelievable.
I said Knicker. Honestly, please. You're going to get us cancelled and we haven't even started.
I haven't said any bad words.
No, but you're pretending I am.
Well, we'll leave it for the audience to decide.
I'm going to beat him so badly. This is over.
Go on.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, how are they governing it? It's generally just a popularity contest of who's popular, not who's consistent, not who is the hardest worker, not who is the most popular in real-time sessions.
Well, like, you think that's how it is currently?
Yeah, it is just a popularity contest. Like, vote
Really?
for your... Yeah, and a lot of this voting... You can just get votes. You can get votes. You can get bots. People set up bots and cheat and get like people to like vote consistently every hour.
These are like
vote online.
Just vote online type things.
Yeah, and I just think that's not really a fair way to.
But
Because I've known some doms that have won awards, and I'm like, mate, come like some people have won it, and we were like, a group of doms were like, no. We were still like,
what did all of that noise just mean?
It was just like you don't really deserve it. You're popular online and you make a lot of content and that's it. You don't really do a lot of sessions. Like, you know, what is a dom? What is a dom? And it can be lots of different things.
A dom is somebody who describes herself as a dom.
Like that. But it's just, you know, I feel like the real pioneers and the women who've been in it for years and stuff, they're not like properly acknowledged and they're full of wealth and knowledge and yeah.
But how
like a governing board.
I figured
perhaps.
it out. I know how to do it.
Go on then.
You need to do do you know crafts?
Oh my God. And instead we're doing sessions and
yeah, so everyone turns up
with a sub
to a place, they bring all the gear, bring a sub, and then they have to do each exercise. So like Olympics, but for you filthy lot.
Yeah. Like who is the best I don't know, hypnotizing.
How do I copyright that? Is that a thing? Can I copyright that?
I have no idea. No,
I think I need to in case somebody else jumps on that idea.
This is our idea.
This
is ours. Is ours. We could get loads of guys in pup masks, start whipping them, caning them round the course.
What would we call it?
Sluts. No, that's a terrible name.
What was that?
I don't know.
What could we call it?
Mutts. Instead of crufts, we could call it mutts.
That's awful.
Mutts and sluts. I don't know. I'm not good off the cuff.
Yeah, we need to come up with a name for that.
We do, but you can't steal it because this is now going to be trademarked.
Yeah. So yeah, it'd be like Dominatrix Olympics.
Yeah.
That's the only way you could do it fairly.
Yeah. Like
because otherwise it is just like who's got the most followers online.
Yeah,
really,
and it's just, you know, you can buy followers. People buy followers. There's people that I see and I'm like, you haven't got a lot of interaction on your page. You've obviously bought.
When they've got like 50,000 followers and only 13 likes on their last photo.
Yeah. And they, you know, and some of the platforms have, you know, died off a bit and stuff like that. But a lot of people buy followers just so brands will follow them. And like, this is also another gripe of mine. So companies get a lot of content makers, obviously, to advertise their stuff. And the one thing that annoys me. So I see lots and lots of latex content, and people put latex on not because it's a fetish, but because it sells well, it looks good on camera, it makes a lot of money. Latex model, all this, all good and well, that's fine. But when I'm buying
always
latex,
a but, isn't there? There's always a but.
When I'm buying latex as a professional who uses it in her sessions, I want to know how durable it is. I don't want to know what it looks like when I'm pouncing around. I want to know what it's like when I'm having to ball bust, when I'm having to move, when I'm in it for 8 hours, when, how thick is it going to be? Like, how good is it? How resistant is it? Like, what's it like to clean? And all I ever see is just people in tight latex, like, or just doing funny clips and stuff. And I'm like, as a professional, I want to know what it's like to work in. It's like a pair of work boots. Like, mate, what's that pair of boots like to work in? But all you ever see is people just strutting around in it, just making it for content, and they're wearing it for like an hour most.
Yeah, which brings us on to what we're hoping to do with this channel is it's not just going to be us doing a podcast on YouTube. We're also going to start doing some reviewy type things in this kind of setting, something similar to what you were just describing, the difference between latex and PVC and different types of cuffs and other, you say words that I don't know. Yeah. Like, you haven't said any words that I don't know.
I think you know them all now, though.
Cock cages, what are they called?
Chastity cages.
Chastity cages and other stuff like that.
We'll be doing like loads of reviews on different bits and pieces.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get like a load of cock cages. We can compare them, sizes, talk about them education-wise. Obviously, I can wear some latex. We'll show you the difference between PVC and latex. Might get you in some PVC, who knows?
Probably not.
Probably, yes. We've got to do it fairly for men and women.
Yeah. Hence why we're going to be doing all that kind of stuff on OnlyFans or the other one I mentioned earlier that I forgot the name of already.
But we thought it would be good to educate the masses.
Yeah.
As everyone knows, one of my biggest gripes is people tagging latex and it's PVC. It's a $5.99.
Do you know how many times an episode you say one of my biggest gripes?
There's a lot of gripes, apparently. Do you know what really grinds my gears? I'm like Peter Griffin at this point, aren't I, on that episode? But yeah, so there you go. Yeah. Do you know what was really nice?
No.
What? We had a lovely, lovely gift card from Wet MF Dreams and Mila, and they sent us a lovely Amazon gift card.
Wet MF Dreams and Mila.
Yeah, that's their username on FetLife. And they sent us a lovely, lovely gift card because they love the podcast so much. So thank you so much.
Shut the front door.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we got fan mail. I mean, we get fan mail, but to have a lovely gift is...
That's amazing. Thank you very much.
We really appreciate it.
Mila and MF Water?
Wet MF Dreams. I won't use the actual names. Okay. But thank you so much. That is really appreciated.
Yeah, that's really nice.
That's really sweet. If anyone wants to send us some bits.
What are we going to spend it on? Should we get something for studio?
Let's get something for the studio.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, we should get some plaques. Sub of the week.
A sub of the week.
Yeah,
fan of the week.
We could do that. That would be fun.
That's a great idea.
It's like we're twitching again when we used to twitch. And then I got embarrassed by it because all people used to be was like, get your bobs out. Let's see your bobs out. Let's bob some vagine.
You did. And you went straight from that to farting on people on the internet.
Yeah, I did. So that was a slippery old slope, wasn't it? Now I'm not shy anymore. Let's get back on Twitch while we're at it. Ridiculous.
I had enough of people saying, get your bobs out.
Get your bobs
so I got my bobs out.
Talking of getting your bobs out, it's time for...
Open your inbox.
Yeah, do the voice.
I can't do the button's over there. This thing's not working. Open your inbox.
There you go.
This doesn't work.
Oh,
I just wanted to get it done.
I had a funny one today. I did have a funny one.
Fuck yeah.
Today.
So, but everybody that doesn't know, let me sit up for this.
I posted a story.
For everybody that doesn't know.
Oh, okay.
This is a section we do in our podcast every week. It's called Open Your Inbox, where essentially MP opens her inbox up and shows us or tells us about an awful message that she's received. Sometimes funny. Yeah. Sometimes quite sweet, actually. Yeah. You get a lot of real nice ones. Yeah.
I got a couple today, so.
But then you get a lot of awful shit in your inbox.
Awful
and I love it. It's my favourite. Go on.
So I posted a story and just said, I've got bruises on my legs from deadlifting and pegging.
Okay.
And someone put, I am an Arab. May I talk to you a little bit?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so I sent him the link to my site because that's where we're going to chat.
Strange way to start.
What?
I'm an Arab.
Yeah, like, okay.
What does that matter?
I have no idea. Maybe the Arabs do it differently. I have no idea. So anyway, send him my link and he put question mark. What is this? Can I understand some things from you? Do you have Snapchat? And so I didn't reply. I don't have Snapchat. I don't indulge in it. I just...
Because you're not 12.
Yeah, and it's a time waster. It's just... Anyway, and so I didn't reply. And then he said, I don't know English. I'm talking to you through the translator.
Okay.
Can I understand some things from you and get your Snape?
Get your Snape?
Get your Snape. Like
like
Snape
Snap.
from Harry Potter.
Yeah, I got you.
And then I just replied, you'll never take my Snape. Never. And then he's like... extra confused. So I enjoyed that one. That was very funny. I like it when they're like, I am an Indian. Okay.
Congrats.
May I see you? Yeah, of course you can. I don't care where you're from, as long as you're respectful, nice, and you pay your tribute.
Yeah. It's probably just a language barrier thing, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe. Like maybe you could just say, I'm foreign and I don't really understand English.
I don't think I've ever started a message with, I'm English.
Yeah. But like, how are you going to do a session? Like I had a guy once and he was, where was he from? Like Switzerland or Holland and stuff. But his English was very bad. And it was a very awkward session. And he
can't have been a Dutchman. Their English is spot on, isn't it?
And he came back like 2 days later for another session. And he was like, I sound like Dracula. I'm not even going to try and
Please carry on with that. That was good. I want to suck your blood.
I want to worship your latex. And I was like talking to him because I'm quite a chatty Cathy.
No.
Yeah, who would have
Really?
thought? Yeah, and I was like, this guy probably isn't understanding a word I'm fucking saying.
Yeah.
And he was like, I want you to sit on me. And so I was sitting on him. And then afterwards, he's like, no.
What, like he was a chair?
Yeah, kind of. But actually, he wanted me to sit on his chest and not his body. Like, it was weird. He was very specific about what he wanted, but didn't specify at the beginning what he actually wanted. It was just a very hard, weird session.
Yeah.
It was very strange.
Well, like he was just switching stuff up as the session was going on.
And he was like, I want you to smother me.
Mm-hmm.
But then he actually wanted me to smother him with my hands, not my body as well. It was weird. It was...
Yeah, probably just a language barrier thing.
Yeah, but it made for an awkward session. Anyway, I've just had this one. How much would you pay for kissing, ball busting, feasting, trampling feet, workship, sex with an attractive fan in exchange for money?
How much would that be?
Fucking $1 million. It's just not available.
Do you want me to leave that in?
Absolutely. Well, we're there, aren't we? At my limits now.
Sorry.
Whose limits are we reaching?
Do you want me to ask you the question again?
Who am I offending now?
Shall I ask you the question again?
No, just leave
And
it.
how much would that be?
Far too much than anyone could ever afford in the world. The fact that he couldn't even shut up. The fact that he couldn't even say face. Like he obviously had his cock in his hand because he can't spell face sitting. He's put face sting and workship.
Yeah, I got that.
I don't care if you're attractive or if you're not. That makes no difference in a session. I don't care if you're fat. I don't care if you're thin. I don't care if you're black, white, green, purple, a smurf, a midget, a dwarf, an amputee, disabled, have any sort of issue. I don't give a damn. Your body and the way you look is probably the most...
Are we allowed to say midget?
I don't know. The small person. The small-bodied person. I don't know. I just want to cover all bases. I don't...
Small-bodied?
I don't know. Please
as long as your limbs are of normal length.
That your body is small. Could you stop it? We're going to get cancelled. I'm just saying your body and the way that you look is probably...
That's your problem.
The least important thing to me. Yeah. I will always find a way to adapt things to suit my clients. I will always find a way to make kink work for anybody. You know, I've seen disabled clients before who... Especially
small-bodied midgets.
You can't say midgets. Stop
you did it.
I did not. I said midget gems. Midget gems. What happened to them, midget gems? They turned into ice gems, didn't they?
But midget gems, weren't they the smaller version of ice gems?
Yeah, but they got rid of them. I don't even know. Is ice gems even a thing anymore?
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, you see them in like B&M or something. One of those sort of shop that you girls go to.
I used to laugh when they brought out the chocolate ones, Home Bargains.
Yeah, they're in one of those sort of places. I've seen them in there. Definitely.
Yeah. I wonder how many midget gems I could fit inside someone.
I wonder how many midget gems you could fit inside a midget.
Ooh, question of the day.
Do you reckon their cavities are smaller?
I've no idea. I've not had one. Actually, that's a lie.
Just figured out the third guest of the.
Oh my god, we're gonna have so many guests in here. It's gonna be unbelievable.
How big are your cavities?
Talking of
Sorry,
guests,
how big are your cavities?
Stop it. Talking of guests and people, we will be interviewing soon Miss Buffy Brown, and we're staying with her this weekend.
Oh, are we?
We're staying with one of my dom mums.
Ooh, okay.
We're travelling up to Portsmouth, her new place of work, and we're going to be spending the lovely evening with her.
Nice.
I know. So hopefully we'll have some more fun stories next week.
I'm going to get drunk, fall over and be sick.
Yeah, and be sassy.
That sounds like fun.
It is fun.
What else we got going on?
I've got loads and loads of sessions coming up. I've got my filming in Portsmouth on Friday.
Yeah.
So we're back in Portsmouth again with Coco. And then...
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yeah. And then what else? And then we've got the Bitches Unleashed, which Buffy is the owner of. So we've got that also going on.
She's a busy bee.
She is a busy old bee.
Yeah.
Just like we will be. So we will catch you next week.
No, we won't.
Oh, no. Why?
You haven't had your BDSM question.
Okay, go on then. Hit me.
That I do in every episode.
Right, go on then.
But strangely enough, because it's very busy doing all of this and you do all of that, I haven't actually got the question ready.
Wow. Our first video
so,
podcast.
Talk amongst yourselves.
You haven't got one?
No, I'm just having a quick look now. I did have one earlier on.
Shall I ask you a question instead?
Actually, I do have a question.
Okay.
It's not it's not a Reddit question.
All right, that's fine.
So, but you know, fuck
right.
it, we'll do it next week.
Go.
So what sexy stuff is there that a bloke can wear?
Oh, we spoke about this before. Haven't we?
No. Before we've talked about it in like the kink sort of scene.
Yeah.
But what about just like day to day?
Oh,
like
okay.
what could, like if I said to you, right, me old girl.
Well, that for one is gonna dry up my fanny quicker than the bloody Sahara.
Is it menopause isn't already dried up?
Shut up!
So-
Oh my god!
So if I said to you this evening, we're going for it.
Okay.
We're knocking the ball out the park.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We're going until
Yeah.
closing time.
Yeah.
What do you want me to wear?
A lumberjack outfit.
A lumberjack outfit?
Yeah.
What, with like the whole overalls?
Oh, yeah, go on then.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So that's what the like.
No.
But what about bedtime sexy stuff?
Yeah, that.
There's the same outfit.
Yeah, and then I pull your cock out and give it a good old. Let me get on that wood.
Get on the old chopper.
Yeah, for me personally, like uniforms. You know, like men like women to pretend to be. I don't know, like a
Quiet.
nurse. Fuck you. It's one thing I will never be. I hate you. You know, like men like women in lingerie
kitchen.
and outfits. Oh my god. I'm gonna literally bull gag you next time because it's fucking ridiculous. You said more than 2 sentences.
Oh, made my tummy hurt.
Good. It's not just the gluten. Right. So men like women in costumes and outfits and lingerie. Well, women are the same. Women like men in like a really
but
fresh
what's
suit.
like what lingerie could I wear? That's what I'm asking. Somebody asked me at the BBB the other day.
Yeah. Jock strap if
And
you're
I was
gay.
like, you know what? I don't actually know.
Harnesses and jock straps and leather daddies for like the gays.
Yeah, that's
and
the
some
homosexuals.
People, yeah, but some
Yeah.
people, some women and men might just like that anyway. Some women like their men in their lingerie. Some women like their men in like a thong.
But
with,
like the
a dick
average,
pouch.
average run of the mill chick.
Yeah.
What could
Nice pair of
the average
boxers.
run of the mill bloke
Yeah.
wear in the bedroom
Nice pair of
to
boxers.
zazz it up a little?
Nice nipple tassels. No.
Do you know what I mean? There is nothing. Like, there's no
It's
options.
not
is
really.
there?
It's generally down to the woman, isn't it? To do the dressing up of the.
Yeah, okay, but if we're generalising rather than putting
Yeah.
it down to the woman, if you generalise, men generally like
Yeah.
women to wear these general
Well,
items.
women like
What
men to wear
general
outfits.
items do you want men to
Yeah,
wear?
like most women are submissive, so I think most women would like a authoritative sort of. That's
Do you
why
reckon?
so many doms at events wear like crisp shirts and ties and suits and stuff because it's like
a
an
magician's
authoritative-
hat.
and a magician's hat. Yeah, because that's what they like, you know, like a crisp suit or things, you know, like dressing up. Because I suppose
I'm gonna have to send back that Sherlock Holmes outfit I ordered then. And I bought the monocle on Etsy and everything. I bought a proper one. It was 90 quid the
I'm well
monocle
into
was.
it. You can be my hand of Baskerville. Come on, let's go. You're turning me on. I'm wet. And my pussy is still trapped in these jeans. I've been able to move. Oh my God, freedom. I'm like that. My poor lips.
Well, there you go then.
Yeah.
So there is no real answer to that.
But I just think uniforms and a good suit, really. I just don't think a spandex pair of pants or like a tight fitted. Women really, really like men in grey tracksuits because it shows off their dick. And a really
joggers.
Like joggers. Like that's a big thing, isn't it? Like recently.
Yeah.
Like joggers, men in grey joggers. And like a white tight top almost.
A tight white top.
Yeah, like a white
Like a
tight
boob
top.
Tube.
No, not like that, but like a
strappy vest top.
A wife beater. No, a t-shirt for men. Like they just like the more, you know. They like
What's the one
a really
that
nice tight fitted boxer.
What's the one that Earl used to wear on My Name Is Earl?
Yeah, wife beater.
Like what are they? String vest? A string vest.
String vest. No, don't wear that. Please don't wear that. That's horrible. They look like those bags that your nan used to have, didn't they? They should put her oranges in, like one of those.
So to clarify,
bags.
you want me in grey jogging bottoms, a string vest, and some of my grandfather's slippers or something like that. That's
Never
fine.
said any of that. You can just carry on with your Crocs.
Okay, I'll carry on with my Crocs. What was the question you had for me before we go?
I can't even remember now.
Are you for real?
I'm for real.
You had nothing else?
No.
Oh, should we just knock on the head then and get something to eat?
Yeah, go on then.
Oh, well, there you go. That was the very first podcast episode brought to you by me, Dan Vandal, and her over there, like MP.
Miss Poison Candy.
The old girl.
Can you stop it? I'm going to go and get my hot dog outfit on now. You're such an arsehole.
Until next time, guys, thank you so much for following along. Yeah, we'll update you if anything changes, right?
Yes, we will keep in touch.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
How do I turn this thing off now? This is all new.
I don't know.
I have to figure out where the buttons are. I'm going to turn the camera off first.